this whole time. We've been muted this whole time. You guys missed out on all of the sex jokes. That will never happen again.
Never.
Except for the fact that I
Happen.
recorded them.
They live on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Seattle by Streetlight, a Chronicles of Darkness actual play in which these lovely players play characters in which who are trying to find their club president. Let's start off with character introductions before we go into where we are at, starting with Simon.
Hi everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I'll be playing tonight James Flynn, the recently deceased teacher assistant, who is now a Promethean.
Gabe.
Hi, I am Gabe James Games, and I am playing Lucas. I can technically hear dead people, and apparently I'm the son of a monster hunter. There's a lot to process.
Swing it around over to Russ.
Hi, I am Russ Wild at Russ Wildest, and I play AJ, and more recently, Anatori.
And we'll be learning more about Anatori soon, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Yes. Next up is, let's go with Shauna.
Hey, I'm Shauna, Flying Cirrus, and I'm playing Steph, psychometric who can read objects read the memories off of objects, and is having a hell of a time because she almost got everybody killed / traumatized. So hey.
And last but not least is Mick Loken.
Hi, I'm Mick Loken. I am. There's a lot to process right now, especially since I only woke up from a nap like right as before the show started, and I was like, nah. So I'm like panicking, like turning things on right now. But yeah, I'm playing Damien Foster, our lovely criminology student who can read auras and apparently has terrible social cues. So that's me.
Yes. Last week we our group of heroes, should we say, after leaving the underground lair of a group of Prometheans, they split up. Most of the party went to the bar, the Grizzled Wizard, to have, well, some had more drinks than others. Meanwhile, Jess went off on her own to unwind, relax, try to clear a condition. During that time, Jess found out that she was being followed by a very colorful, seeming vampiric individual who Jess was just barely able to hide from, thanks to some very, very good. Oh, Steph, sorry.
I also went. You're not the only one who just like. Yep, it's Jess.
Shauna and I played in a different game where her character's name was Jess, so I got confused. But yes, Steph. Steph was able to hide from this vampire and was also able to listen in on a phone call that they made and found out that the entire group was now being watched and followed. The group decided to play it safe and stay together that night, and all stayed over at AJ's apartment with their roommate, Carmen. The next day, they awoke to find reports that several dorms had been broken into, and AJ, then after receiving contact, after listening to a voicemail from their father and getting texts from their mother, decided they were done with this very dangerous mission. and decided to leave the group. During that time, Damien called the entire group over to the place where his parents were murdered. Everyone except AJ showed up, and when they were there, Lucas was confronted with the ghost of his father, who left some cryptic information before vanishing, leaving the group there, but with one more person. And that brings us to where we are right now, where we have James, Lucas, Damien, and Steph face to face with this individual, Anatori, who had introduced themselves as AJ.
I look at everyone else and I'm like very confused. Lucas just had a half a conversation that we don't know what happened with that. I look over at Steph and I'm like,
don't look at me. I'm just as confused as you are.
Damien's not having a good time processing this information.
So everyone else can see this one?
Yeah.
This one? That's not very kind to say. After all, you have called me your friend many a time. And I'm so glad to be back with my friends.
Are you high?
Oh, no. Quite the opposite. It's very difficult for me to get high now unless I have certain materials.
What? Isn't that just how drugs work?
Let's just say the normal good kush doesn't do it for me.
Hey, Sokka, I think we might be high. I don't know when it happened.
I mean, I'm still a little high, but this is not explaining this at all.
Anatori, who, just to refresh everyone's memory, has like shaved sides of the head and just a red stripe of hair, kind of in like a faux hawk sort of shape, is wearing a leather jacket over like a plain white shirt and like jeans with leather boots that come up to their knees, probably like knee-high boots. Struts forward and says, "Come now, I'm your friend. It's good to see you all again. It's been quite a while."
What?
Question: does AJ or does Anatori look like a older version of AJ, or
No.
do they have the same like genetic markers, like facial structures?
Nope.
Okay. Yep. This is. When you say a while, what do you mean a while? Like this morning, or?
Based on my math, it's been about 3 days for you, right?
Oh.
Because it's what, Saturday today, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
It's been a little longer for me, but not too long. Don't worry about it.
I look at Damien's like, that explains nothing. What
happened 3 days ago?
Oh, come on, Damien. You can read auras. Haven't you tried it yet?
I can. Do you remember the argument that we had?
Oh, no, I have no idea what's happened in the past 3 days besides...
Just ask permission, Damien.
One or two things.
Can I read your aura with your permission?
AJ would step closer to Damien, like past everyone else, up to Damien, look at Damien, say, "You always have my permission, Damien."
Okay.
And then take like 3 steps away and turn around.
Okay. And I begin reading his aura.
All right, and do your roll.
All right. It is the empathy and wits minus the composure, Anatori's composure.
In this case, since you're allowing it, I would say that the composure is not a factor.
Okay.
If that's okay.
And Tori's still resisting, despite the fact that they said sure.
Okay,
Okay.
well then, what's the composure on that?
3.
Okay.
So -3.
Nothing. So yeah, Damien's like focusing, and he's like, I don't see anything.
So you're not as strong as you were. Okay. That's good to know. Anyways, so have we found Carol yet?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You told us you didn't want to have anything to do with us anymore.
Yes, Carmen told me. Which, by the way, Lucas, have you texted Carmen yet?
What?
Have you texted Carmen yet?
No.
You should.
Why?
Because she thinks you're cute.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I thought yeah, that's fine. I thought there was gonna be some weird thing that I just didn't get. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah.
What weird thing?
You popped up out of nowhere and you say you're AJ, but you don't look like AJ. And I don't know. You're hotter now, I guess, but still a different person. But you say you're the same person. And you asked if we found Carol yet, which is interesting because that meant the possibility for us to say yes. And I don't know. My dad hunts monsters. I don't know. Life
What?
is weird.
Ooh.
What?
That's fun.
I don't know.
Lucas?
I don't know. I lean down and I start petting the dog. You make sense.
That's not something that you just say. Like, what was that last part? What was that last part?
It's weird that AJ's hot now.
No. I mean, yes, we can see that, but Hunter, something.
I don't know. My dad was here. It's weird. What? I don't
Okay.
care anymore.
Okay, AJ.
Not AJ. Anatori. I
Sorry.
told you my name is Anatori.
Anatori.
Yes.
So, was AJ just a facet of your personality that you've shed?
No. AJ is, for lack of a better term, a doppelganger. A clone, a replica, a mannequin, whatever you want to use. The technical term is fetch, but we are trying. Fetch isn't really catching nowadays.
So that wasn't AJ.
Oh no. I mean, it is AJ. They think they're AJ.
So you're not two separate things, right? Two separate
We
people?
are two separate people.
No, like split, like separate
no,
from one.
I'm
okay.
not split.
Okay, that's good.
Imagine that you took a photo
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh,
a
good.
person
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
input all the memories and thoughts into that photo. That is what AJ is. A capturing of who I was at the time.
Oh, okay.
And where is AJ now?
I'm assuming studying, probably at your class that you're supposed
Oh
to
my
be
God.
TAing right now.
So AJ does all the boring work for you and can have fun all the time.
I wouldn't so much say that.
That's what it seems like.
You referenced 3 days. What do you mean by that?
3 days ago,
Yes.
AJ brought baked ziti into the library. So happy to see their friends on their first day back. Some of you ate all of the baked ziti, pointing directly at James. Like, just staring directly at James.
Oh, I
Some
can't
of
do
you hadn't eaten in multiple days, looking at Damien, but with a kinder look. And after that, they kind of left, thinking you were all befuddled by the disappearance of Carol. And then they decided to investigate something they shouldn't.
Is that
And
the park?
Oh.
Anyways, so how far have we gotten so far?
honestly, Carol?
Yes.
Honestly, not that far.
Okay, cool. Any leads yet?
The hospital?
I mean,
Ooh, the
I-
hospital
I
fun.
still have to talk to my
Advisor?
advisor. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to though.
Are we just gonna start trusting random hot person who shows up?
I mean, what are you gonna do, James? Start swinging?
Why are you here?
Well, now that my fetch has decided that they no longer want to be a part of this, I figured I'd show up, give some help of my own.
But you're not the person who's been with us, so
No.
why do you care?
Well, let's just say I have a vested interest in all of your continued survival.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Is this some like weird time travel mumbo jumbo whatever?
Really? Time travel? That's
I
what
mean-
you're going with?
You
No.
said you have a doppelganger.
I mean, I thought about it too. Let's.
the only thing I could think of is when we went to the gas works and the forest was dark, and we ran into AJ. They were there
Yeah.
and they were confused. So the only thing, did you end up on a different plane of existence where time travels differently?
Close. You have the time right, the day right, the moment right. You all just arrived a little too late. As I assume will have happened with Carol too. Because you're all just mortals playing a game that you really don't understand.
You missed out on a lot, Anatori.
Such as...
I'm not mortal.
Ooh. What are you, vampire? Werewolf?
I'm dead.
Ooh, zombie. That's fun. So, who was the last person you ate the brains of?
So far, I haven't tried eating. Well, no, that's not true. I tried eating and it doesn't work. I don't think I can eat brains. I'm not gonna try it.
Well, can't hurt.
Actually, it can.
Anyways, I think we were talking about a hospital. What's the plan?
That's a good question.
As a lot of things, nothing is making sense right now. But I think that the hospital might be a vampire front.
Ooh.
But I don't know if vampires that harvest organs. I don't know. There's a lot of things we have to investigate still, and I think that's where the last place, at least where Carol was. I'm not sure. Are you able to fight better?
AJ was more of the fighter. I'm much more slick.
Okay.
Good.
And they are just looking directly at you.
Okay. So what, are you human?
Human isn't the right word.
Do you need to breathe?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Are
Do
you like?
you need to breathe?
Actually, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I stopped breathing.
Oh.
No, I mean,
don't-
out of game, I stop breathing. Like, I hold my breath. Like, does it work? Do I
don't know.
suffocate? I don't know either.
Everyone just looks at James.
Do Prometheus?
So there's a lot of rules to juggle in this.
Yes.
There are a bunch of strange people.
I'll check real quick. Continue the discussion while James holds his breath.
Yes, right now James is holding his breath.
Okay.
We're just keeping
so
an eye on him.
Are you okay? And I apologize if I get this wrong because this is only based off the little knowledge I have everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when a vampire feeds a human blood, they become like a human plus. Is it similar to what you are?
I guess human plus seems so reductive, really.
I mean,
Did you come in contact with a supernatural being of some sort?
You could call her that.
okay, that's a start. What?
Hmm?
Can you help us a little bit? You're being very cryptic with us, and we're just trying to understand.
Oh,
Because there's a lot going on.
Yes. And what you should be focusing on is less about me, more about Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to breathe.
Okay, that's.
So he does
well, you
need to
held it for a
breathe.
while. That's
Okay.
impressive. For someone that
James.
smokes.
James needs to breathe.
Does smoking even affect you?
I'm not a frog. I don't know.
Okay. Lucas, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have something to say to me?
I don't really know you.
Oh, come on. You said I was your friend.
Well, technically, I said AJ was my friend, and you're Anatori, so you're not technically AJ.
But when we were in that library and I said you were just an acquaintance, that was all me.
But wasn't that your fetch and not you?
No, that was me the first time this semester.
Oh.
Do you
So
remember?
Technically, my friendship with you is with someone that you've been appearing to be and not actually you. So in a sense, I don't actually know you.
You're being so hurtful.
That's because life is fucked up and I'm coping with a lot of it.
Ooh.
How much time has passed for you?
Carry the one. How about 6 decades or so?
What? Oh, whoa.
Give or take 20 years.
Oh, that's it? That's
25, sorry. That was a low ball.
Okay.
You don't look like you've aged.
I haven't.
He doesn't look like.
They. But
They. Yes. Damien just kind of like short circuits at this point and just kind of like walks off.
Anatori, do
Yes.
you have anything on you? Chill.
Ooh. This is that empath thing, right? I never really got
Yes.
to see what it does.
Oh. Well,
Okay, I do
This'll
have
be-
something.
well, this will be good for showing you and I guess maybe hopefully enlightening me on this.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And Anatori shakes their sleeve, and this long dagger appears in their hand.
Oh, that you see
And
kind
they-
of like Steph flinch a little bit, like, oh, okay. Like
It is a twisted, like, blade that curves, and they flip it around,
mhm.
holding the point, and aim the handle towards you.
Yeah.
Just be warned, there are some fun things that go on there.
And you just like before grabbing, you just see Steph just inhale and just like, there is a little bit more of a hesitation than she's had the last couple times. And she'll just like, just kind of brace for it and just grab it. And I'm going to do this. Are there any modifiers I should be aware of for this one, or should I just roll it?
I don't know what the modifiers are.
Yeah, I think it's
completely honest.
Yeah, I'm just looking. You're here.
Yes.
5 years, maybe not. So just storyteller, just a flat composure occult roll.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see where this goes. You know what? I'm gonna spin that. Yep, there you go. Never mind. Sorry, that was one success.
You don't get a lot. It's probably because of all the time that's passed. It's very faded and really hard to hone in on, but Anatori, why don't you dictate this?
Okay. You would see, with only one success, you would see running through trees bigger than you've ever seen, bigger than any redwood or anything that you've ever seen before. You would see a palace made of ivory and pure red and yellows. And you would see the flash of a dagger and the spilling of blood and the sound of alarms.
Okay. And the running I could see was AJ?
You didn't see who was running. It was from the perspective of someone running.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just like kind of like come back to normal reality and just okay, that was not what I was expecting. That was strange. That honestly, that is bringing up more questions than I was expecting to.
So it's real, the empath stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
the palace. What was that?
Oh, which one?
The ivory-looking one.
Ah, Autumn. Very nice. Lovely place. Wasn't there for very long, but pretty. Temperature's always really nice there. Some strange guests. Anyways, can I have that back?
I'll kind of like give it back. Like, by all means, please take this back.
Okay. They grab the handle from you, turn it up, and it falls back into their sleeve.
Can I try and make sense of that? Like, see if I can maybe anything that I've read with this?
I guess that would be an intelligence occult roll.
Cool.
It'd be fairly difficult. It's kind of obscure, so maybe a -2 penalty.
Okay. That is fine. 2 successes.
You think back through what reading you've done through the club, especially things that Carol might have been reading through, and most of what you get are things that at the time seemed like almost people trying to justify the existence of fairy tales and insist that there was more truth to them than one would expect. You don't really get anything super solid, but you do sort of, it definitely does remind you of various like fairy tales, and just from various different cultures. It almost seems very like fragmented almost. Sorry, I'm not doing a great job of explaining.
Oh, no problem. You know the books about like kind of like people being taken, those books on like fairy tales and people being missing for a certain amount of time. I kind of looked through them when I was bored, and this kind of seems like that. Like that happened to AJ. I don't know. That's the best I can make of it. It was very strange.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But I think they are telling the truth. However odd and strange it is.
What is Damien doing?
Damien at this point is just like in his head, and he's like trying to think of things, and he's just kind of like stuck on a loop at the moment.
Kika.
Yes?
I would like to harvest some glamour, possibly, from Damien.
Oh.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No. Do you want to explain it, Russ, or should I?
So, to thematically explain what Anatori is doing, Anatori walks over to Damien, gets down like eye level. Actually, I don't know if Damien's sitting or standing or whatever, but gets to eye level, puts a hand on Damien's shoulder and says, "It's okay. It'll all be okay." Mechanically, I am attempting to harvest your emotions. In the sense of trying to sort of just pull a little bit of them away from you to sort of feed myself / give myself power.
Real quick, I have a thing, and I have to read it real quick. I have a merit called Indomitable. Are you trying to influence my thoughts or emotions at all?
This isn't influencing. This is more of siphoning a piece of it off.
Trying to eat your feels.
Quite literally.
I don't know if this would actually have an effect on that. This is what it says. Your character possesses an iron will. The powers of the supernatural have little bearing on her behavior. She can stand up to a vampire's mind control, a witch's charms, or ghost's gifts of fright. Anytime a supernatural creature has a power that influences your character's thoughts or emotions, add 2 dice to the pool to contest it. If the roll is resisted, instead subtract 2 dice from the monster's dice pool. Note that the only affects mental influence and manipulation from supernatural origin. A vampire with a remarkable manipulation and persuasion score is likely to convince your character to do something using mundane tricks.
Yeah, I don't think this counts. In my opinion, okay. Kika, your final ruler on that. But from what I read, this doesn't change your emotions at all.
Okay.
But it does sort of drain them. It does kind of in a supernatural, yes. Yeah, in a supernatural way. It does have an effect on the emotions.
So should I
themselves,
subtract 2 dice then, because it's not technically a contested roll?
Yeah, that seems like a good way of going about it.
Okay, cool.
This ability, as written, isn't really written as a player versus player type thing, so it's kind of difficult to rule sometimes. But yeah, subtract 2.
What would you say to roll based on what I said?
I would say empathy presence.
Okay. Zero successes. Dang.
0 successes. Yeah, you can see the emotions right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can feel them and kind of almost hunger for them. But when you reach out, it's like trying to grasp something that's too large for you to get your hands around, and you just sort of feel your will sort of just slip off of Damien's.
At this point, I don't know if like I would even pick up on this happened, but I would look at you and just kind of like just look Anatori in the eyes, and he's like, "Oh, okay, sorry, I'm just having a problem putting." Just yesterday, we found out vampires exist, and now this, and there's an alternate reality where time travels faster. You're 60 to 85 years older than you were. It's a lot to take in.
Are you a human?
No, I'm not. Or at least I'm not anymore. I'm somewhere in between the two.
I can deal with that.
I mean, if they were going to kill us, and he kind of like turns and looks at everyone else, I think they would have already.
You know what's really, really messed up? Age of whether we trust people or not is whether they'll kill us. Is that seriously where we're at, and everyone's fine with that?
I think that's where we're at. Things are bad.
And Tori's eyes sort of harden when Lucas say that, and they say, "I would never kill any of you."
That's good.
Okay. If you want, I can keep an eye on them. But as far as I'm concerned, this entire story kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
why do you think AJ is so reluctant to get involved with everything?
Because they're reasonable.
Because I think Steph points at Lucas and just...
Because this is messed up. And honestly, most of us probably should have stepped away. But because of concerns of some of us who seem to have a consistent death wish, and again, it's better notions because some of us don't know when to stop diving into things. And for whatever reason, we're still around.
That's probably right. But I'm pretty sure part of the reason why AJ took a step away. AJ has a big protector complex, loves protecting people. I believe that part of the reason they stepped away is because the further they get into this, the closer they come to knowing the truth about themselves.
See, I hate that as well. You keep talking about all the things about AJ, but you're AJ, but you're not. And you say I should trust you because I was talking to AJ, but you're not AJ, but you are.
The doctor. Remember AJ told us that Cameron, was it his name?
Yeah.
He like got angry at them and called them like names or something, or I think somehow Cameron knew that AJ was a fetch or whatever it is you call them.
Are we trying to make fetch happen? Is that a thing?
I don't know. It sounds like some weird BDSM thing.
I don't think you have much experience with BDSM.
No, I don't.
You know the answer to that, but you didn't know if we'd found Carol or not.
No, I had no idea if you found Carol or not.
But you know that James doesn't have much bondage experience.
Just based on what he said.
We don't know what type of stuff AJ was into, so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No judging.
irrelevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just have a quick follow-up question, Anatori, is
Yes.
if anything happens to, we'll call it second AJ or AJ.
You can just call them AJ. I told you I'm Anatori.
Okay, so does anything that happens to AJ affect you, Anatori?
No.
Okay.
If I wanted to, I could run up to AJ and throw him down a ditch or something, but I'd be fine.
Is that why you don't look like them anymore?
No. That's more just the natural way of things where I was. Mortals aren't meant for that place, so in order to survive, the place changes you rather than you changing it.
Okay.
Lucas, it's about now when your phone buzzes.
Oh, I say that out loud, and then I pull out my phone.
And you have a text. It says coffee ? And then another text. It's Angel.
Oh, yes! Exclamation point. Please! Exclamation point. That's the most normal part of my day. Laughing emoji, crying emoji, laughing emoji.
Are we texting now in the middle of
Yes, that's what I do on phones.
Oh, but so your dad's a hunter, a monster hunter,
And this is also all in character.
You're the one that brought it up, Lucas.
Yeah, well, I was talking to my dead dad earlier, and then Anatori popped up right after he disappeared. So that's how my day's going.
And what did your dead dad say?
By the way, Damien, my dad knew your dad. Actually, my dad knew your family. They knew you. It's great.
What?
It's great. It's great.
What?
Damien.
It's great.
Wait, does the name Nolan mean anything to you?
Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but like, there's all kinds of Nolans. There's Nolan North. He's a famous voice actor. I don't know what they were talking about.
No, Nolan, and I can give a description of Nolan. I can't remember to a T what he looked like, but say that to Lucas.
The description does sound familiar. It doesn't sound like you sort of work through it and you think about it for a little bit. It doesn't match up with any Nolans, but it kind of sounds like your uncle.
I don't know any Nolans, but it sounds like my uncle. Why?
They were here before all of you got here. I had an interaction with them.
What?
I shook their hand, and I didn't try to read their aura, but their aura presented itself to me, and it was... That's okay. That I forgot about that. It was like very intense, very much. It's hard to. It's bright, colorful, radiant.
He always did have a winning personality.
You know what's interesting, Damien? I don't think you've ever read mine.
Can I read
Go
yours?
ahead. Go ahead.
I thought I read yours when you were talking to Chess Ghost.
I don't know. I don't know what you do.
Okay. Well, let me try. I will try to read your aura.
Is that why I can talk to ghosts? Oh, damn it.
What's your composure?
I'll tell you right now. It is. Oh, my poor son. It's a 2.
Okay. 1 success.
You know what, Lucas, you can have say over what your aura looks like. It would be very dim and kind of hard to pick up on, and wouldn't be able to get specifics off of it, but just like general idea, broad strokes.
Probably a low purple that maybe is. It's probably like not so much hostile, but maybe when you see water evaporating, little misty.
Okay. It currently I'm seeing like it's a little bit dim, sort of like a purple, like Mr. Fog. Currently, it's a little bit. It's there. I'm just having a little problem reading it, but I can see it.
Well, Damien, I will say that apparently there's a lot more to what happened here to your parents than anybody knows. Apparently, my dad agrees on that.
Is there a way we can talk to your uncle? I think he's in town. If
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's here. He shouldn't be here. What the hell is happening?
That's my question.
Can we just go save Carol wherever she might be already, please?
Yeah. I agree with them.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean,
so last thing you all told me was there's some sort of like freaky hospital. Ooh, spooky, scary. Let's go at night and break in.
Okay.
I'll let you all in through a fire escape.
Oh.
It's pretty easy.
Anatory, quick question. What's your knowledge of the supernatural?
Which type?
Nope.
Is there any sort of type? So this is what's going on at the hospital, as far as I understand. People are going in for a certain issue and leaving with less. Like they'll go in for like a kidney issue and come out with half a liver. That's what it was kind of explained to me. I don't know if it's that extreme or.
That sounds, based on what you've said, sounds a little like ghouls. They get hungry.
Ghouls don't eat people.
I know. Out of character, I know. In character, Anatori's making it up.
So I haven't, as far as I understood, ghouls don't do that, but
do they not? I always thought they did.
He's like going through his notes, like he's like, well, when we talk to everyone, they only want blood or vitae, as they call it, from vampires.
Okay.
Unless there's vampires that eat people.
Interesting question. I have no idea.
Okay.
Truly, I was making up the ghoul thing.
Oh.
Lucas, you get another text follow-up from Angel that says, LOL, you can tell me all about it. And then it has an address for a coffee place that's not too far away.
Yes. Okay. I will actually meet you all later. I just need to take a walk. I don't know.
Do you need a knife?
No, I don't think so.
I have more.
Wait,
can I have a knife?
No.
No.
James, can you watch Sokka for a little bit? I'll text one of you.
Sure.
Should you really be splitting up?
Well, AJ did it all the time. So
AJ's a fetch.
and Steph and Damien literally go off on terrible adventures by themselves all the time.
Of course they do.
Sokka looks up at you and whines a little bit.
I'll be back. You're the one calm, positive, consistent thing in my life right now.
God.
You're a good boy.
Sort of leans his head against you and like gives you a little lick.
Yeah, you're a good one. I'll be back. James is good.
Then you get another text. It's from a number you don't recognize, and it's an image that you would have to open.
Open it.
It is a picture of Carmen with her arm around a penguin, and the penguin's wearing sunglasses.
You look like you are both chilling.
I hate Lucas.
All right, I'll be back. I don't know. I just need to walk, and then I'm gonna go to the coffee shop.
All right.
All right. Well, you be careful.
This is where I die. Lucas doesn't say that. Gabe says that.
Okay, so you're heading off towards that coffee shop. What is everyone else doing?
I probably would suggest that you don't get a cat who currently just wants to play and attack your feet all the time.
Is that in character?
Duly noted.
There's a cat at my feet, like trying to like get my attention. Yes.
Anna, do you have a penguin?
In fact, I do have a penguin.
Sean was like, I'm prepared for this moment.
I have not. It was right there.
I think should we like prepare a little bit, like maybe get some I'm not like armor, but like maybe go to a sporting goods store and get stuff that help us at least take a hit.
Some suggestions.
Yeah.
Baseball bats with iron, mostly nails is probably the best option. Some sort of chest pads, chest plates, that kind of thing.
Like,
if anyone has a gun, bring that. You want to stay at long range. Short range isn't so much good. If they get short range, then you're probably dead. And I should probably follow Lucas, shouldn't I? And I say that to looking at like the group and then looking at Damien.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll see you tonight. Let's say a little after sunset, maybe an hour or two after sunset. Sound good, everybody?
Meet at the hospital.
Cool. All right. Team break.
No,
and
wait.
Anatory,
wait. Where? Meet where?
I'll text you. And Anatory runs towards the nearest wall and without even trying, climbs it.
Cool.
Like, climbs up 20 feet, is on the roof, and begins running, chasing after Lucas.
Do they yell parkour while they're doing that?
Nope.
No.
Parkour.
Real parkour people don't yell parkour when they're doing it.
Mind you, they're wearing leather heel boots, so...
That's impressive.
Yes.
I think once Anatole leaves, Steph is just going to exhale and just look at Damien and just said, everything they said, suggestion, is not going to be helpful for me.
There's a lot. My brain still is taking bits of everything and trying to process it, and it's a lot. Let's go to a sporting goods store and then buy some stuff.
I'll also kind of like while everyone was kind of, she brought up kind of like those same things like about fairy and like kind of like fairy tales, and we'll just text them to Damien. Like, this might be something, get your head certainly don't want to die. I didn't think I was going to be dying in hockey gear. That's for sure.
Yes.
Steph, you get an email on your phone.
Oh, God.
It's from your advisor, and it says we are supposed to schedule a meeting? ? I have hours today until 4.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and she'll just really in. Yes, just. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'll be half an hour.
You get a response pretty quickly and says, "Cool, I'll keep the office clear for you."
All right, good. Thanks. But thanks. Smiley face. Well, I guess that was Mr. Kala. So, I guess I'm gonna have that talk.
Okay. Do you want anyone to go with you?
I mean, yeah, I think I do, just because I don't know how this is gonna go, and it's honestly the amount of time his name has been brought up, I'm honestly scared. I'm really scared, Damien.
Yeah. Maybe I can read his aura and figure out if he's a ghoul.
Yeah, maybe when I'm talking to him, so it won't be as obvious. If you do that, to the reaction, text me just so it isn't super obvious, so we can have a way out. Because if that goes off, it's going to be really bad for, I think, maybe both of us.
Yeah. Can I see him from his office? Does he have like a window in his door?
He's on his offices would be on the 3rd floor of a building.
What I'm asking is like, like, does it have like one of those like windows in the door where I can just like be in the hallway?
Door? Yeah. No, that's not good for privacy.
Okay.
Well, I think I can maybe. I think it's okay if you come with.
Okay. James?
James has been slowly just fixating on a wall for the past couple minutes.
You all right there, James?
Yeah, I think. You guys go do your thing. I'll hang out with Saka.
All right, you gonna be okay?
I suppose.
Can I see your hands? And I like take like grab your wrist and like look at him and like compare him to my hand and go, okay.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm gonna go after we do this and everything is okay. I'm gonna go to the sporting goods store. I was gonna get you some gloves.
Oh. I don't like even know whose hands these are. For all I know, that person's been declared dead. They won't find my prints on anything.
No, I was thinking about the ones that have like the Kevlar on the knuckles.
Oh, that. I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
As far as equipment go, or whatever, you two have to be protected much more than me. I don't really feel pain anymore. It's weird.
Well, we'll also get stuff for Lucas. Maybe those will help him too.
You might want to stop at an army surplus if you find one.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because if these are like vampires or something, you might want to get something that's like tear resistant.
Yeah.
I tried.
I tried so hard to be like, that might be a good idea.
It's. I'm not advocating going and buying like a mountain load of guns here.
No, but I might be able to. We'll see.
Oh. I'll try to fashion a few stakes while you're out.
Oh, that's probably a good idea too, just in case.
Oh.
At least 4, 5. I don't know what Anatori is capable of, but
did you see the wicked knife they had?
Yeah. When I say an object, I don't mean a knife half the length of my arm.
I think they will be fine. Maybe just get like 3 or 4 stakes, just in case. And yeah. Let's go talk to your advisor, and then when we go to the sporting goods store and the army surplus, maybe we'll find something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If there's anything, you can text me. I'll be there as fast as Saka and I can run.
Mm-hmm.
Saka just looks at you, and he just looks really sad.
Hey, Saka, do you want to go for a run?
Saka sort of just sits down on the ground and curls up.
No run?
And rests his head on his paws.
No. Oh. I'm gonna scratch his neck. That's okay. Lucas will come back.
Just flops.
Lucas will come back.
Speaking of Lucas.
Oh, I think before that, as we're leaving, you're gonna get a text that says we should talk later.
Who gets the text?
James. Like, I was gonna wait until we left.
Okay.
I'll answer with just a single K.
Mm-hmm.
K, but not the K period.
No period.
You never want that K period.
Oh no.
No. It's a sad K.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay, Lucas. It doesn't take that long. The coffee shop, happily enough, wasn't too far from where you were, and it's kind of it's a very cozy place. It's a little dark, kind of hole in the wall place. It looks like it at one time might have been like a tavern. It has a very kind of old-timey vibe to it. A lot of the furniture is very obviously made of like reclaimed wood and stuff. It's very Seattle hipstery, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk inside and it takes you a second to notice Angel is towards the back of the shop. She raises her hand and waves as she sees you.
I'm gonna wave and I'm gonna walk over.
Yeah. As you walk over, could you give me like a quick like a perception-y spot thing?
Yeah.
Or
that was which
composure
one was
plus resolve, was it?
I think so. Those were the last 2 I had checked anyways. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right. Composure plus resolve. 1 success.
1 success. Everything, seems fine. You notice that they the coffee menu is a lot longer than you're used to. Has a lot of like tea blends and fancy stuff and like house like things that like have very like house specific names. They could be anything, but they don't actually tell you what they are.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, Angel gets up as she sees you, and she gives you a quick hug.
Hi.
It's like, oh, it's good to see you. How's your morning been? It sounds like it was crazy.
Chaotic. I don't know. One of my friends apparently had a double life, didn't know about it, kind of blew me away. My dad passed away a while ago, and was thinking about him again, and I think I found out something that he kind of hid from me. I don't know. It's just real complicated. I just am trying to get through like the year.
Yeah, she gives you a very sympathetic look and says, yeah, that sounds like a lot, especially when you just find out something about your family that you weren't expecting. I mean, not too long ago, I found out that my dad used to work for the mafia.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, you used to?
Used to, yes.
How did he get out?
Death.
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, well, Dead Dad Club?
Yeah, it's a bigger club than I thought it would be.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, gosh, we'll all show up together and expect like 5 people, and it's like 500, and that's just for like a city.
Yeah, for sure. One sec. Anatori, 2 things. Could you first give me a stealth roll, please? And also then give me another spotting perception roll with a -2. And you are muted, by the way.
Stealth plus what?
That would be stealth plus dex.
Cool.
Pretty
and
sure.
Then specialization gives me a +1, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Three successes. Okay, you're pretty stealthy. You're pretty hidden. People aren't really spotting you, which is very lucky because you're leaping about on top of buildings.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of the day.
And the perception is what again?
Resolve plus composure, and
Resolve
you're doing it at a -2.
-2. Okay. Zero successes.
Okay. Well, you have some trouble following Lucas. He did have a head start on you, but you are able to at least you think you found the coffee shop that he made his way to. It's in the right direction at least, and seems like a place. There are definitely people in there.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry.
No. But
Are you are you staying outside?
Oh no, Anatori's going inside.
Oh. Okay. We'll get to that in a second.
Bastard.
So, back to Lucas and Angel. Angel's like, so what do you want? I haven't ordered yet.
Something hot that's not you.
She kind of like laughs a bit awkwardly at that.
The only thing bad about me is my jokes.
Yeah, I've honestly been spending this whole time trying to figure out how to order a cappuccino.
Oh, I don't know. Just say I want a cappuccino, and then like add in a bunch of weird fancy words. And if they make something, ooh, like a salted caramel mocha cappuccino, which is, it's kind of weird when you think about them putting salt in coffee, but corporations, I guess, I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of like salt.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Are you a
Always
meat
had
eater?
you. Sometimes.
That's fair. I go back and forth. I've been eating a lot more vegetarian lately.
So what are you getting?
You know what? I trust your judgment. Get 2 of whatever you're getting.
Okay. Angel turns to the counter and goes up to it and leans on the counter and says to the barista, I'll take 2 salted caramel mocha cappuccinos and double the espresso. The barista, which is a surprisingly burly looking gentleman, just gives a nod. And Lucas, could you give me another resolve plus composure roll?
That's shifty as fuck. 0 successes.
Okay. you okay. So, Anatori, are you just waltzing right in?
No. Anatori is going to go ahead and make just a little change. And AJ is going to walk in instead.
As you walk in, give me another resolve plus composure roll.
Sure. I'm going to use willpower on this.
Okay.
And that adds plus
3.
3. Cool. 2 successes.
Okay. As you walk in, as AJ, it's very easy to spot Lucas and Angel at the counter. And as your eyes sweep over the rest of the clientele, you haven't really been in Seattle for a really long time, somewhere between 60 and 85 years, but you definitely start recognizing faces as you walk in, more than you would expect. It takes you sort of half a second. It actually takes you someone looking at you and them, like you seeing a look of recognition and surprise in their face. You've definitely seen these people at various bruisers meetings before your disappearance, and you see a person coming up behind Lucas. I think, Lucas, when you glance around, you look back and you definitely do see AJ, but you don't see the person coming up behind you.
This person coming up behind Lucas, do I recognize them?
It's definitely someone who has fought a couple times at a bruiser meeting, but they weren't there all the time, and it's been so long that you can't remember too much more about them.
You know what? I'm gonna look at Angel and say, I appreciate you telling me about your dad, though. It's nice to be able to talk to someone who actually wants to listen.
Let me roll something quick.
Yes, suffer, Kika. I'll make you feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
That's fair.
She turns around and she looks at you, leans back on the counter and gives you kind of like a sad smile and says, Yeah. I really know how important it is to find a place where you belong.
I'm still looking.
And that is when the person behind you attempts to grab you.
Wait. Can Anatori do
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Anatori, as AJ, walks up to Lucas and slaps him across the face.
What? Why?
How dare you? How dare you?
You're the one that disappeared.
Disappeared? I told you to meet me yesterday and you never showed up.
Well, when I was with you yesterday and then I was talking to your roommate, you said you were done with us.
I was never done with you. How could you?
Wait, I thought that those were
I look at Angel
joking.
and I say, Angel, he's a two-timing hoe.
Whoa, hold on. Okay,
Angel
that's
just says, okay.
We're gonna come back to that. I mean, I saw the glances, but I thought it was just because like we were both fighters. Is it?
I need to do a roll quick to see how these people are reacting to this, because I mean I am loving this, but okay, you have a little bit of time.
Was it just it was a thing?
How dare you? Everything I've given you, every piece of myself.
I do appreciate how much you've actually like we bonded like a lot over the last couple of days, actually.
AJ slaps Lucas again.
Oh my god.
And Lucas, give me like one more resolve composure roll.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna use a willpower. So that's a +3.
Yes.
All right. That's 4 successes.
You are uncomfortably aware of the almost ring of bodies that have formed around the two of you now. It's very familiar. It's eerily similar to the environment that you encountered in the tunnels underground when you visited the Fight Club.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna pull my wallet out. I'm gonna slide my driver's license out of it into my pocket. Be like, Angel, hold this for a second. Fine. Can we talk about this outside? I'll be right back. Just that you know what? If you didn't pay yet, just use my card.
And AJ turns around to storm out, clicking their heels as they go.
There is almost like a wall of people in your way, and they are not letting you leave.
And at that point, Lucas kind of just stops and sighs real heavily.
And Angel says, are you going to make this hard, or are you going to make this hard, or
make what?
Keep it simple. Oh, just don't make a scene. Come with us.
That's why we were going outside, to not make a scene. I don't understand.
Angel, this is a conversation that we need to have in private. I'm so sorry that you got dragged into all of this.
Cut the bullshit.
What are you talking about?
It's not like we didn't notice you sniffing around the Fight Club and then the Pit King going missing
been a part
right
of the
after.
Fight Club for months.
Yeah, and you did a good job infiltrating, but
what do you mean
we can't just let you run around after you know where's we are, and you probably have the Pit King somewhere, so,
What about the
we
Pit
need to
King?
take you with
Hold on,
us
hold on,
and
hold on,
get
hold on.
some answers.
You think that
And if we like your answers, you get to at least live.
You think we were capable of taking your Pit King?
Are you going to try to sell us on a line of bullshit?
I fucking lost my fight.
I
Yeah,
lost mine too.
You're very convincing, but you can only be convincing for so long.
Are you telling me that you are another person who is trying to drag me into something else that I'm trying to avoid? Because that's why I left that other group of people. Because I didn't know what the hell they were doing anymore. And they were apparently looking for somebody and then didn't find her. So I came over here to have a normal day. And apparently you are also someone who I decided to place faith in because I thought something was normal and apparently is not. And I'm the problem because I got my ass beat in a fighting pit that I did not go back to. And I'm selling bullshit?
It looks like at some point someone busted your nose and it wasn't in the ring.
Yes, because we snuck to a damn place in the park and then got the shit beat out of us. And then I left with a dog because the dog is supposed to be the other normal thing. You were supposed to be the first. And you know what? Since I'm this smart person, right, Angel? If I was involved in all of this bullshit that apparently I am, why would I have come to a fucking date with you?
Maybe you just thought you'd get lucky.
I just wanted to make a friend.
You get another text right now.
I check my phone.
It's another picture of, and this time it's Carmen sitting on the back of a giraffe.
I should have hung out with this person. You know what? This person probably thinks that I am I don't know, a ghost. Why are you sighing?
Stand down, everyone.
What the hell is happening?
As ambassador of the Queen of the Grasping Hand, I ask that you all stand down.
I don't know what the fuck that is. And then she tries to swing at you, Anatori, because you're the last one that talked.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
Okay. Did they subtract from my defense?
What's your defense?
5.
Okay. She like swings at you, but it's very telegraphed. It's very obvious that she's initially trying to just shut you up because she's tired of hearing all of this. But you're able to dodge out of the way.
How many people are there here?
It's about 8.
8. Okay. I want to try something really quick.
Great.
I would like to try and harvest her emotions.
How so?
I think that Anatori dodges and then says, "Oh, come now. Your bosses haven't told you about the Queen of the Grasping Hand?" Even with the new title, she should be recognizable.
Ooh, Kika. Is James the pit fighter down here in this room too?
You don't see him initially.
Angel, don't tell me that James is my date with James not real either?
Well, first off, we need a roll from Anatori.
Yes, what would you like me to roll?
It sounds like you're trying to provoke her.
I'm trying to lie my ass off.
Liar, yes. Okay, so that would be manipulation plus subterfuge, I believe.
Cool. Two successes. So that means I get 2 glamours, 1 for each success.
Yes.
And her willpower goes down by 2.
Yeah, she swings at you, and then like after you say that, she kind of like stops, and it looks like she's trying to process what you said, but it's not like connecting. But instead of just discarding it, she's still trying to like work it over in her head. And she just looks at Lucas and is just like, this is just fucking. At that time, the rest of them start to close in on both of y'all. So, how do we do initiative stuff in this?
There's a button called Roll Initiative at the top of the sheet.
Okay. Yeah, both of y'all just do that. Close.
10.
Cool.
Toughest composure. Okay. Lucas? 12? 12. Yes. Okay. Now let me just give this one a group initiative. Okay. So Lucas, you have a chance to do a thing. You're muted.
Does it look like things are hostile right now?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
They've looked quite hostile for a bit now.
And it's pretty clear to tell that Angel is a dick. Yes.
She did take. She has given the indication that she is an antagonistic force in this scenario.
Okay. Who's the biggest person in here? Is it the person who's trying to grab me?
Yes.
You know what? If I go out, I'm going out like a boss. I don't care. I look over at Angel and sigh and say very subtly, I literally came here for a date. You know what? If your father is actually dead, maybe he's happy he didn't live to see what you became. And I'm going to punch the biggest person. Like right in front if I can.
Okay, do a brawl roll.
All
Strength
right.
plus brawl. Add any specializations you might have if you have sucker punching as a special. Oh, Muay Thai, yeah.
Yeah, right in the neck. I'm gonna try to disable them because they suck. I'm very passionate about this now.
You just wanted a nice date. That's all you wanted.
I really did. That's all I wanted. One success.
Okay. You hit him, but he's sort of able to turn enough that it's a bit of a glancing blow across his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a response. What's your defense?
1.
You're still messed up. You're still messed up from last fight.
I'll get the hell beat out of me.
You are extremely lucky. This guy is taken a bit by surprise by your swing, and his retaliatory swing is a bit off balance, and you're able to sort of jump back away from it out of his reach. But that also, since they're in a ring around y'all, that puts you in reach of someone else.
Can I say one more thing to her?
While the fists are flying, go for it.
And I came here knowing you were a ghoul.
The person behind you just sort of boots you in the back for 1.
That's fine.
Sort of bruises your coccyx a bit. That would swing us over to Andatori.
Okay, so there are 8 people, all of whom are standing and look totally fine, correct?
Angel was like you were able to get the glamour off of Angel, so she looks a little glassy.
Frazzled?
Yeah.
Cooled. The knife comes out, and I'd like to stab Angel in the chest.
Okay, that's a murder, but do it. Go for it.
Andatori doesn't care about AJ anymore. So that's probably weaponry plus dexterity plus specialization.
Yes.
Cool. And in combat, I believe specialization adds 2?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. That is not enough to get past her defense.
Rude.
You stab at her, but that kind of seems to snap her out of her little stupor, and she quickly like shuffles back away from you. And then 2 people sort of enter the space that she made, and you are going to get some attacks against you.
Thematically, this looks dope in my head.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm picturing you and me back to back.
Yeah. Hopefully. 1. What's your defense again?
My defense is 5.
Okay, so we got a 1 and a 5. So
truly opposite ends of a spectrum.
These 2 new people like come at you, and one goes to like punch you straight like in the face, and the other one roundhouse kicks at you, but you're able to evade them. Do you want to flavor your evasion, or should I?
Oh, Andatori, even though it's AJ in appearance, Andatori has an almost dancer-like grace about them, and it's literally less like they dodge and more like they're trying to dance with their opponents. And like just spin between them both, and they both get confused with themselves and then end up right back up against Lucas.
Nice. And as you come out of it, there's still several more people, and I'm rolling very poorly.
Good.
Which is
Keep doing that.
Yeah, it's especially good because these guys are attacking Lucas. Oh, that's
a prayer you don't want to hear.
Yeah. One goes to another one goes to like punch Lucas in the gut, but you're able to back away from it. But another one comes in and just almost from nowhere roundhouse kicks you in the side and gets you like, you get a nasty bruise, and that's a good 2 damage there.
All right.
And that brings it back to you.
The person that just kicked me, I want to try and grab their leg and then slam my knee into it.
Oh, nice.
All right. So I'm gonna do
that would be more brawling.
Yeah. So then if it's a specialization that relates to combat, it's 2, it's not 1?
Yes.
It's
okay.
2. Yeah. Based on our previous fight, I believe it's 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why it added damage in there. What is that?
That means you did damage.
Yeah. Basically,
there's an attack roll button.
Oh.
Yes.
I should use that more.
Okay. You are able to just slam this guy's knee, and you hear something kind of like a little bit, and he grunts and tries to. Are you still holding onto the leg?
Yeah, it's mine now.
It's my leg.
He sort of like tries to shake it out of your grip, but then he's going to jump up with his other leg and twist his body to try to kick you in the head.
That's fair. I'm gonna growl at him.
Just let go of the leg as he jumps up, so he falls on his ass.
He did not get any successes. Wow. Do you want to decide how this fails.
As he like jumps up and flails, I'm gonna like pull his leg down so he just goes down, and I growl at him. And then I scowl at Angel, and there's like rage in my eyes.
Werewolf, werewolf.
I am my father's son, I guess.
And this whole situation has exploded into just like a mishmash, like a crazy chaotic melee at this point, with you two fighting like this group of people quite surprisingly expertly, especially after your performance at the pit. And Angel is just like narrows her eyes at you, Lucas, and says, I knew you through that fight. Anatori.
Okay. Anatori is gonna go ahead and stab at Angel because she deserves it.
It's what she deserves.
Okay, 1 + 1.
Yes.
Oh, that rolled a strength.
That rolled strength? Oh.
Yeah, it says right there.
Yeah,
I don't know why I did that. It should have rolled dexterity.
Did you have dexterity selected?
I will have to fix this later. But
Oh, what's the difference? And then just roll that main die.
it's 1. I will roll 1 die.
Okay, see if you get another success.
Real quick, Russ, it's on your sheet where your weapon is. Like it says brawl. If you click on the word brawl, you'll be able to change it for fighting finesse, and it's going to take your dex from that point on.
Okay, good to know.
So
that's cool.
That extra die did you good. It gave you 2 more successes.
Which I don't know how that happens, but okay. Oh, because exploding dice.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, you lunge at her with this knife, and she's not able to like fully get out of the way, and you're able to slash across her chest, and it leaves like a really deep cut that's starting to just immediately bleed and drench her white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna try to spinning back kick you in response. Which, she's able to just get you with it, like right in the upper chest, and kick you back. You take 2 damage from that.
Okay.
And you get pushed into like closer to someone else who's going to try to I think they're going to try to do a grappling on you. They go to like bear hug you, but you see their arms like coming around you at the last minute, and you're able to sort of duck through their grasp and dodge away, sort of like a cartoon.
Fantastic.
Lucas.
Lucas.
Oh, it is my turn. Sorry. Okay. So the person whose leg that I basically treated like a slinky, how are they looking?
They are looking like they're limping a bit. They're still up and still able to fight, but they took.
So they're closer to the ground because they're limping.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do knee to the face.
Go for it.
All right. And do you rather us just rolling the attack roll button instead? Do you have a preference?
It makes things a bit faster.
Okay. All right. So
that's a 3. Yeah, you're able to like. You go to knee them in the face, and they try to like roll back, but away from it, but they're not quite fast enough. And you're able to just get them right, like in the nose. And you hear a bit of like a crunch.
I'm tired of liars, and I just want honesty. This is fun. I also say that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like right after you say this is fun, someone just clocks you in the jaw. knocks you sideways, and you take 2 damage.
You want to play too, huh?
You're getting way into this.
Yeah, they made me this way. He was a good boy, and then they ruined him.
I'm so sorry for everyone else who's playing and not getting to play while we deal with this fight scene.
This is fine.
It's good.
I'm learning about combat right
Lucas needs this. Lucas needs to get this.
You know what this is?
All the stuff we put him through. All the stuff we put him through.
And then you know what someone does next, Lucas?
Oh, shit.
They kick you in the shin.
Oh, come on. What kind of fight club?
They kick you right in the shin for another damage.
Then again, I do have a knife.
Yeah. What are you going to do with that knife?
Keep stabbing.
Oh, no. He has a knife.
Just more at
They have
Angel?
a knife. They have a knife. No.
No, Angel's bleeding out. That's fine. She can keep bleeding out.
And she's not bleeding out, but she is bleeding.
Someone throws their shoe.
Oh, my.
So who you stabbing, and do your stab roll.
Oh, it is my turn to actually
Yes,
stab.
it's your
I
time.
didn't realize. Sorry, my brain wasn't working.
It's time for you to stab.
Stabby.
So, question.
Yeah.
Outside of the stabbing range, what are the chances I could get to a door?
You'd have
Either
to
by leaping over someone, knocking someone out. Where's the nearest door?
Same door you came in. It's the place isn't that big, so the door isn't that far away. You'd have to maneuver past or through some people. It's gotten pretty chaotic right now, but
Okay.
you're also pretty slippery character.
Okay.
You might be concerned with leaving Lucas behind,
Yes.
though, but
I say to Lucas, and I say, Lucas, just so you know, we need to get to the door quick. I can get us out if we do. So
Fine.
let's go ahead and charge for that. And I'm going to try and stab whoever's in front of the door or in the direction of the door to try and help cut down the path.
okay. Do your stab.
It's a stabbing time. +2. Submit. 3 + 1 damage.
Yeah, that'll hit. How are you stabbing at this person? It's this sort of kind of like wiry, but still like very toned, like skinny fit person.
Anatori kind of spins the dagger around and then goes for a slash, like a big like arc, very much telegraphing what it looks like. And as the dagger goes to hit them and they can see them blocking, they drop the dagger, it falls into their other hand, and they stab forward.
That's some movie shit. Yeah, as they go to like block your wrist, it almost sort of like you almost let it knock the knife out of your hand, and you snatch it, and your stab, your second stab just goes right into their like gut, and they buckle over, and it is more than they were ready for, and they try to like grab at the knife, but I'm assuming you pull it back.
Oh yeah, they pull it back out.
Yeah. And so they're just like left with like holding their gut, and a gut stab hurts a lot, and they buckle down and end up sort of like curling in on themselves on the floor.
Cool. So there's now a clear path. At least for now. If I can do one other thing,
Depends what it is.
I would like to change my face again. Back to Anatori.
I'll let you do that. It is your face.
Okay. So I'll spend the glamour, one of the ones that I just harvested. And Lucas, you would watch as Anatori's, AJ's face kind of folds back like almost like pieces of paper, and you see like shining material, almost reflective, and then it instantly flaps back downwards, covering their entire face. And then you would see Anatori's face, head, body, everything. And they would look at Angel and say, well, it's been lovely hanging out with you. I do have to go, though.
Yeah, if you both want to make a run for it, I will let you get like a roll in for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna use my parkour to get out of there by bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, I'll let you add your parkour to this roll here.
Chica,
Yes?
I'd like to get to the door first and open up a portal.
I'll sure let you try. Let's
course.
do a Dex Athletics plus parkour. Does that sound fair?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Dex.
So go back to a sheet roll.
Oh, not so bad. Death Athletics plus parkour. That's 2 successes for me.
Okay, Dex Athletics plus parkour.
Wait, you also have? Oh, that's right. Oh my God, we rolled 2 successes together. God, I hate and love this dynamic simultaneously.
Yeah. I'm sort of adding you two together for the purpose of this because I'm also adding the group together, and the group did not roll
That's
well.
fair. Good.
You're being very lucky with these rolls because I've been rolling a lot of dice.
Oh. Steph's camera just dropped.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're both able to sort of narrowly get past the grasping hands, the flailing limbs, and get towards the doorway. And Anatori, describe opening this portal as you get to this door.
Anatori places their hand on the doorway and say, pathway to the hedge be revealed. And they push open the door. Look back at everyone else, gesture for like Lucas to go through, shoot a wink at Angel, and then run through and shut the door.
Before I run through, I want to look at Angel and say, thanks for being another disappointment in my life. And run through.
Okay, and we'll come back to that in a moment.
Damn it! I just want him to be happy. Oh, where's Sokka?
With James.
Oh, it's getting my child.
Oh no.
But we cut to James walking through the park with sad Sokka.
James will have tried to cheer Sokka up as much as he can. But if Sokka doesn't want to do anything, James would head... Well, does Sokka want to walk at least?
Sokka will walk.
Okay. So I would head back home, just pick up a pocket knife, and then head to Gasworks Park.
As you get home, do a composure plus, what was it? Resolve composure roll.
Is it for a like a sort of spot check?
Yeah.
I want to use something.
Okay. Something.
Yeah, I would. Does that work? Increase the range of my hearing, dog whistles. No, it's just auditory, and if I don't hear anything.
Yeah, this isn't really hearing based.
Okay. All right. Resolve composure. Here we go. Nothing.
No successes. Well, luckily it wasn't something like impending doom, so you are able to get your knife and go to Gasworks Park with Sokka.
I'm not Lucas. I don't get into trouble.
Sokka is actually starting to look like not happy, but a little more like energetic as you're going. The exercise seems to be doing Seem pretty good for Sokka.
Do you want
Do you have any plans at the park?
Yes. Before I break branches to make stakes, if Sokka will allow it, I would like to run with them. I want to see if I can outlast a dog running.
Roll your animal ken plus empathy. Not empathy. Animal ken plus presence.
Presence? All right.
Yeah.
This is gonna go very bad, everyone. Yeah, nothing. I'm not good with animals.
Yeah, you sort of like try to run with Sokka, and then like you like the leash goes tight, and you look back, and Sokka's just standing there looking at you.
All right, Sokka, let's go make stakes to impale bad vampire people.
Yeah, so you go off to the park to gather your wood and to make stakes, and you don't need to do any rolling for that. It's pretty much a gimme, but it will take you some time.
Yeah, I'll take my time anyway until someone texts me or whatever. All in all, I want to have like one for each of us.
All right. So with that, we'll swing over to Steph and Damien Foster getting to the advisor's office, I believe.
All right.
Okay, so your advisor's office is on the third floor. This very old, very like beautifully designed, almost Gothic building in the arts department. You like right when you get there, like the door is open and you can see Mr. Kale behind his desk in his office, and he smiles as you get there and he says, "Well, right on time. Come on in."
Yeah.
And then he looks at Damien and says, "These are private meetings. Your friend will have to wait outside. Is that okay?"
So what she'll do, she'll add something happen. Can he come in here? It's some asshole, like she'll kind of like gesture at like the bruise. Some asshole got a little testy when I was taking pictures and stuff, and shook me up.
If it's okay with you, then I guess it's okay.
Yeah, he's been helping me carry around equipment and stuff too. Like so.
No, that's nice. That's good. Then he gestures for both of you to come inside, and as you come in, he sort of extends his hand to Damien and says, "Hello, I'm Mr. Kale."
Hello, I'm Damien Foster. I shake his hand.
Yeah. As you shake his hand, like just for a moment, you get like a very bright, you get like a flash, a very, very bright, almost overwhelming rose-colored aura, but it's sort of like waving, almost kind of like thick, like a thick mane of fur in the wind, and then it just vanishes. No, sit down. I mean, I have. You can take my chair. I don't mind standing. And he pulls his chair out from behind the desk and moves it around to the other side.
Does he have books and stuff around?
Yes, he definitely has books. They are mostly on art histories. A lot of them are about arts of like indigenous peoples from various nations.
I'm going to be like, no, that's fine. I actually, I'm gonna start like looking at the pictures and be like, if you don't mind, it helps me focus if I look at things and keep my hands occupied.
Oh, okay, go ahead. And he just like shuffles the chair back and like he closes the door before like going back behind his desk and sitting down.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Scott, for having making time to meet. I know it's the weekend and all.
It's no problem. I'm here this weekend anyway. I have to I thought I had to catch up on more paperwork than I actually had, and I found myself with some free time.
Ah, good.
So, your arts classes seem to be going very well, but you're kind of behind on your prerequisites, and I just want to make sure that we have things all planned out so that you can graduate on time.
Yeah, the independent study's been hitting a little bit of a snag, so that's been taking up my time, and I must have let the other ones slip. I know I have to make those up.
Now, what is your independent study again?
It was uncomfortable spaces / comforting spaces.
Yes, it's always interesting to explore juxtaposition in art. What sort of snags have you been coming up against?
Yeah, that's taking most of my time. My friend Carol was helping me scout out some places, and we're supposed to meet up sometime this week, and she never contacted me. I've been trying to find out where she is.
As you say that, you can sort of see him tense up a little bit for a moment.
Yeah, and it's actually good that we met, because she says she had talked with you, and I wonder if she said anything that, or I could figure out where she is. Like I haven't had a text or haven't met with her in a while. Like this is unusual, and I think that might have been preoccupying me, and I lost track.
I did speak briefly with her earlier. She had some questions about folklore, as she does, and I did have some understanding of some things that she was asking up, but a lot of it was kind of out of my depth, and I haven't heard back from her. I actually did hear that she hasn't been to classes yet this term.
Did she say anything to you?
Just that she was looking into something that she thought would be very helpful for her thesis.
What was she looking into?
Oh, just she seemed to be very interested in a lot of folklore about some of it touched on some skinwalker stories, things of that nature. She wanted to expand her network of sources and was wondering if I knew anyone that I could put her in contact with. I had been trying to get some people that might be willing to talk to her and follow up with her, because she was very insistent and compelling, but I haven't been able to get a hold of her. And if you want to both of you want to do a wits plus empathy roll.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I also want to do another roll. I want to roll for occult when he says skinwalkers.
Okay.
There's something specific I'm looking for. Nope, I can't fucking tell shit. I got 0 successes on that wits and empathy. I don't really know this guy.
1 success.
Yeah. Yeah, Steph, you're not really able to get a lot off of his body language, but you are able to tell that he's starting to get a little nervous when talking about
Steph's been
Carol.
Fidgeting with a pen the entire time.
And
Damien. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say quick, Damien. That roll would be intelligence plus occult, and back to what you're saying.
Oh, she's been fidgeting with a pen. I think maybe it's something Damien knows she doesn't do normally. What's on his desk?
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Okay, go for it.
Yes.
One success.
One success. You skinwalkers are kind of related. You don't know like the specifics, but a lot of that stuff comes from indigenous American cultures, or North American, and they has to do kind of with changing creatures.
Mhm.
But that's about all you really know.
Nothing about Wendigos.
Wendigo.
Yeah. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, you might know, but Damien probably doesn't have the deepest depth, like the most depth of knowledge on this offhand, at least not in the moment. Maybe something will come to him later. But yeah, on Mr. Kale's desk is first off a picture of his husband, his computer, basic stuff like that, like a cup full of pens. There are definitely a few papers there that are kind of strewn about, sort of like in the middle of being done. And there's like a little, there's like a little statue thing that's, it doesn't really have like a definite like shape. It's not of anything. It's like a sort of like an amorphous blob shape, but you can also kind of tell that it's been rubbed in a few places. Like the wear is very, very noticeable, and given like that it's an advisor's office, you might make the assumption that it might be some sort of worry stone sort of thing.
Oh, so she's gonna use this little like pen thing that she's been doing to put it on the desk. And she's gonna want to get a little contact with that stone. So she's gonna use, she's gonna try and read that.
So are you directly touching the stone, or are you like
tapping? I am.
Okay.
I'm like using, I'm gonna try and just kind of like, without being too much of a thing, try and get a like physical contact with it.
Yeah. Do your roll, and there is probably a lot of emotion on there, so give yourself like a +2, but at the same time, if you roll high, you might get like, if you go really high, you might get like too much.
Cool. Too much sounds good. I will spend an extra willpower for that. Let's
so you're gonna add another 3 to it.
Yeah, let's get this. We make good choices like everyone else here. Let's do good choices. Plus, oh god, there's still a lot of pluses. So was it extra +2, you said?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to be this is going to be, yeah, 5 successes.
Oh.
It's too much.
Yeah, but it's also an exceptional success overall, but that is a lot. You pick it up and sort of try to sort of tune into the emotional vibes of it, and then you're just like, it's like getting punched in the face with a sack of bricks made out of emotion. It's cool. There's anxiety and worry and stress from every sort of student trying to figure themselves out that's touched this worry stone in like the past few months. Oh no, it's a lot. It's overwhelming, but like after a couple seconds, you're able to catch something that sort of feels familiar. It doesn't really so much feel, it's kind of smells sort of like chamomile, and that reminds you that Carol always smelled like chamomile, and that sort of gives you an anchor to zero in on this sort of emotional imprint. And as your mind sort of dips into that memory space, you just in your mind forms this vision of Carol from her perspective. You see her hands holding the stone and turning it over back and forth and rubbing it like kind of over intently in a lot of places, and you get like kind of like a lot of anxiety and excitement, but also fear as she's talking to Mr. Kahale. And Mr. Kahale looks very nervous himself, almost sweating, like sweaty visibly. And in that moment you hear Carol say, "So, what can you tell me about werewolves?" And you see in the memory, Mr. Kahale just sort of freeze. And you can hear Carol say, "I know," and then it cuts out and you're sort of snapped back into the moment, but you still like, you feel like you're almost covered in stress and anxiety. And it's all these emotions are just dripping off of you. And you can see Mr. Kahale behind his desk looking at you, looking concerned. He says, "Steph, are you okay? You still need to sort out your math credits."
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of...
God.
Have you had a lot of bad experiences with math?
So she's gonna just kind of like take a moment to like just kind of like try to breathe, and she's gonna just look dead in his eyes. "So what can you tell me about werewolves?"
I want to read his aura.
We're making good choices. I mean, if the reading is not going to be, it is this moment. This is a.
I mean, you can definitely do your roll, Damien.
I am going to spend a willpower on this one. Let's do it. 2 successes.
2 successes. It's a bit harder to key into his aura initially, but when you do, his aura is shifted to like this bright, vibrant orange, and what was sort of waving before is now like sticking straight out. You definitely are able to read like kind of fear almost from him. Like, it's not like he's afraid of anything physical, but it's definitely like an oh shit sort of fear.
Sort of like when an animal, the hairs on the back of their like fur are sticking out. I'm taking high note of that.
Mr. Kahale says, "Not much. Like, I've watched like some werewolf movies."
Because she said that to you, and you knew something.
And you're terrified right now.
There's like a wavering and like in Steph's voice, like this is a lot for her to like say. Oh, she held this thing and said that to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to mess with me?
No. She's missing, and we're trying to find her.
Missing? Sometimes people go missing. Maybe it was too much stress. I don't know.
Been gone for weeks. We can't find her.
And did you call her home, her parents?
She is not home. No one's contacted her. She left her dog unattended.
What can you tell me about the hospital?
I think you should do yourselves a roll here.
Oh no.
You're given y'all's energy, maybe a presence intimidation roll.
Cool.
You can argue for something else.
Oh no. I am broken.
Because you're not like trying to wheedle this out like in a finessey way. You're just straight up like.
Yeah, there's nothing like this is as much brute forces. Yep, there we go. Yep.
I'm gonna spend a willpower on this one. I have spent 3 willpower in this conversation.
Actually, it's worse. It's a -3, so there is no way because I am broken, and any sort of physical or social confrontation is bad for me.
2 successes. Thank God I spent a willpower.
At the mention of the hospital, Mr. Kale sort of just turns his head to look at you, and he looks in kind of confused for a moment, but then he says, Carol did mention the hospital. Did she like leave a note or something?
No. This is where the trail led. And you mentioned skinwalkers, and skinwalkers are somewhat, do they harvest organs? I'm still reading his aura, by the way. I have not broken eye contact.
You sort of like get a flash of confusion from his aura and says, no, let me do it real quick. Well, that's good for you. He sits down and back in his chair, folds his hands in front of him and rests his elbows on the desk, then rests his chin on his hands for a moment and says, I think you both better tell me what you all know so far.
I think after that initial like adrenaline burst, like I think Steph had just kind of like leaned back in the chair, is kind of like shaking a little bit. Like if like there's definitely like a lot of fear like in her. It's like, well, we know that she was looking for something at the hospital, and we have reason to believe that she's in mortal danger. Like she looked into something that she wasn't supposed to, and she's been missing.
And he looks and locks eyes with you, Steph, and pulls open a drawer, reaches in, pulls out a little tub of candy, and holds them out to you.
She's very like an appeasing most. She'll just take one like quickly and just kind of like not necessarily eat it, but just kind of like hold it, like roll it in her fingers a little bit. Just
yeah, it's definitely that tactile sensation is soothing a bit, and since it's candy, you're not getting like the overwhelming emotion from the worry stone, which so many students have been touching. He says, you're obviously very concerned about her well-being. If I am going to help you, I need to know everything that you know so that I am able to know in what way to best help.
She's kind of like inhales and just looks at Damien. It's like, how much?
He's not breaking eye contact with him. You just see him. He's just like staring at him like intently.
Yeah, the aura has been sort of shifting colors. There's been some purple, like a flash of red. There was some like orange again, some light green, but then it's sort of when he saw Steph looking so shaken. It eventually settled down into a pink color, and the aura itself sort of settles and stops being so fear response, and it's kind of like almost become gentle almost.
Does it still look like a mane?
Yeah.
At this point, Damien's staring at him and he's like, do you want to know something that's peculiar about myself? Is that I can read auras, and I've been able to read auras not too long, but enough to recognize that generally people have auras that are based off around something around their body that just gives colors, but yours is very animalistic. And when we asked you questions, the fur on your aura's back literally stood on end. So the only conclusion that I can come up to is werewolves exist and you were one. And when Carol is here asking about that, and asking about skinwalkers, has something to do with the hospital. Also, we are aware there is a classification of supernaturals called Prometheans and ghouls. And ghouls are created by vampires. Prometheans are, I'm still figuring that one out. As well as whatever happened to our friend, I still haven't figured that out. There's apparently a different realm of existence that flows time differently. That's a whole nother story. There's a lot.
Yeah, I can read memories and emotions off of objects. Hence that thing she'll point at the stone.
As you both spoke, you could definitely when you mentioned Prometheans and things like that, there was confusion and surprise, and then when you went to ghouls, it seemed kind of like resignation, and everything sort of comes back, and he just seems to, like, as after Steph finishes talking, mentioning her psychometry, Mr. Kahale just hangs his head and starts rubbing his temples. He says, fuck. Well, there are some things, some gaps I can fill in, but I will need to make some assurances that you keep things secret.
Okay.
Of course. Mr. Kahale.
If I don't want to threaten you, your students here, and you are clearly motivated by worry and concern for your friend, and I can't begrudge you that. It's very admirable, but I do need to tell you how things will go down if we continue this conversation. And it might sound like a threat, but I want you to be informed before you make any decisions.
I just have one thing I want to ask. Do you work with the goose?
That fucking goose.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, the goose.
I hate the goose.
The goose is something
Don't
else.
trust that goose. Don't let that goose follow you about.
Oh, it's followed us before. But I don't think it's
very bad.
Time.
If I tell you anything more, I will have to arrange for it that tabs are kept on you to start with, at the very least. I will need to tell others what you know so that they can make decisions. I can't promise that they will be decisions that you agree with. But I can promise I will do my best to make sure that you are safe, provided that you are able to keep things quiet. Are we understood?
I understand.
I understand, and I don't think we necessarily have a choice in this. But yes.
Yes. So it's very surprising to me when Carol came to me asking about the hospital and vampires. I didn't know about the Prometheans, but let's, just to keep things as safe for you as possible, let's say that people I work with have been aware of certain activities in the area for some time. I had been looking into some things, and I was very surprised with the amount of information Carol was able to get in such a short amount of time. It honestly made me think that she might be working with forces that might be either aligned with or possibly against those that you are investigating. But the activity at the hospital has caught several people's attention, but most that go investigating either hit dead ends or end up missing.
Carol.
Yes. She is just one of several. More than several at this point.
Like, how many several are we talking about?
At least 13 that we know of.
Oh. God.
Yes. I personally don't have as much information as I feel I need to do anything about it directly. I do know that I am likely not an unknown factor in this situation, so I've had to be cautious and quiet. But I can confirm that there are likely kindred involved in the goings-on. And
yeah.
Yes?
What's a kindred?
Oh, yes, you. It's colloquially known as a vampire.
Okay.
Oh.
I start taking notes.
Please don't write any of this down. It's not safe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's...
You don't want to leave a trail.
That might be too late for that.
What did you do?
We went to a underground fighting rink in the tunnels underneath this school.
Oh no, the ghoul pit.
And we've got the Pit King killed, I think.
Fairly sure.
He attacked us.
Oh. Well.
This happened.
Well, fuck. How are you not dead?
Got lucky.
I believe it has to deal with the break-ins last night. I don't know who actually got broken into, but they might be looking for us currently.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't found you already, and now you're here.
It's because I overheard them and the goose talk about finding us, and that's the only reason we didn't go back home last night.
And how long ago was this last night? Was this yesterday?
Yes.
And then you came straight. Oh my God, they're gonna think I'm involved.
Steph just kind of slinks from her chair a little bit.
Is the goose a vampire?
No. It would be crazy if I hope geese can't be vampires. That would be terrifying.
What is
Its
it?
aura is terrifying.
Yes, it seems to be sort of like akin to the ghoul of a local gangrel who, best I know, is working with whomever is running things with that
A what? What?
hospital. Oh,
Okay.
it's a type of kindred vampire. I'm sorry. Some of them can bond animals to them, but this one is, there's something more there.
It definitely
I
knows.
normally wouldn't notice this, but since you all, both of you, have been involved in psychic phenomenon, I guess it wouldn't be too, I guess your brains might be able to handle it, but we believe there might be some vampires are capable of performing some sorts of magic, are very adept in it, and I believe there are probably more than one involved in this, but there is some of that blood magic involved.
Oh, so they know magic too. Oh, that's great.
When this first came up and Carol went missing, I came across a name, and I want to see if it sounds familiar to you. Gelstrizam.
What?
Gelstrizam. It's hard to pronounce. It's a Gelzdreezan.
I don't have a clue.
Okay.
I am telling you all this so that you will hopefully stop making bad decisions and not get yourselves killed. Fuck, what am I supposed to do now? I can't just... See, now I'm in a position where I'm implicated because they know about me and you are coming to me, and I doubt that we're extremely careful about coming to me. And since I'm like, oh, hey, come to an advisor meeting, like right after you started trouble in the ghoul pit, it looks like I was just trying to be like, hey, come give me a report, like right after you did the...
Don't trust food from the lunch lady.
Yeah, May.
Yeah, we know about May.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a minute. I'm processing. This is a lot. You're dropping a lot on me.
Oh, that was me about, half an hour ago.
It's been days like this, days and days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Well, I just found out my parents' murder might be something tied to a supernatural thing, so that's cool.
Yeah, join the club. I'm sorry, that was very callous of me.
Oh, that's
No,
fine.
I mean we're all here now. Yes. Realistically, how much danger are we all in?
Enough danger that I'm surprised you made it here alive.
Yeah.
But
So,
there's not much I can do right now. I need to talk to some people. But if you are able to stay alive, I'll have to introduce you to someone.
okay.
And you're going to have to explain things to them.
I mean, that's something we've gotten good practice at the last couple of days. Better or worse.
Keep in mind, the more you talk about things, the more visible you are, the more danger you're not only putting yourselves in, but the people around you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people you're related to,
Oh, no.
your friends,
Family.
and the people they're related to, and the friends of the people you're related to. Fuck.
God damn it. So what now?
I don't know. All I can tell you is that I can swing it so you don't have to take calculus, but you're going to have to take trig.
I mean, that's not great, but in the scheme of things, that's a later problem. That's a still alive problem.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes you kind of just have to do things that aren't overwhelming your brain.
Yeah, that would be a change of pace.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can do to, I don't know, protect us in the meantime? And we've just been surviving by basically hiding out in people's places they don't know where we're at for right now.
I don't know. Stay in places that you've never stayed before. Don't stay in the same place twice. Keep moving. Don't leave many tracks. Typically don't use your real names when interacting with people. Maybe change up your looks so that you aren't as easily recognizable. Don't use credit cards. You know, your basic stay off the grid stuff. Maybe if you're feeling outdoorsy, you could go. No, camping in the mountains wouldn't work. You're not.
No.
No. You don't want to be isolated, but you also don't want to be too visible. Fuck, I'll talk to some people. Just
I mean, I can.
Office, please.
I can do that. I know places. I don't know the others are gonna be, but I'm sorry.
I just have
that
one
means
more
anything.
question.
What is it?
Is the Grizzle Wizard owned by a mage?
The dive bar on
Yes.
45th?
Yes.
Fuck if I know.
Damn
Fucking
it.
hate Seattle.
Well, thank you. Sorry you got dragged into this, but we'll try our best.
Well, maybe next time talk to the nice, helpful advisor first.
Well, honestly, it was all kind of we didn't know if you were nice or not. We don't know how you were tied to it.
Every time we've gotten here, like, we expect to die most of the time. It's been the last few days of that.
I'll be honest, my brain is kind of broken right now.
Well,
I need to get back to work.
yeah, I guess you should go. Well, thank you.
Yes,
Thanks.
and you'll need to figure out 10 writing credits to also at some point stuff.
Yeah. That's. We'll work on that.
Yeah. Bye. Stay alive. Close the door behind you.
Thanks. Oh, yeah. Let's close the door. It's like she was like, oh, God. I thought we were dead in there. Thought we're dead. Well, this is bad. This is really bad.
Well, your advisor's a lovely person. I'm kind of looking around to see. I'm like, you should just go talk somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go throw up for a little bit. It's a lot.
Okay.
We'll find a room or something.
Yeah.
But first, we'll before we have to wrap up, we'll check in with Anatori and Lucas to see where they are in the hedge. Hi. Whoa. Do you have much control on where this portal took you, or?
So I did some reading on this earlier.
Yes.
So how it works with the hedge is that every door in the real world always goes to the same location in the hedge, and every door in the hedge always goes to the same location in the real world. So once you know where it goes, you know where it goes vice versa. I don't know where this door goes, the one that I just led us through.
I have something for that then.
No.
Lucas just wanted a nice date dinner now in the Fae. This is.
There's also another issue.
What?
Anatori is out of glamour, so they can't open another door back.
That'll be fun.
Can you glamour frustration off someone? Because I think someone next is going to be very frustrated.
It also means that I'm technically starving.
Yeah, well.
And can die.
Don't worry. Lucas, Anatori, you burst out of this bar, this chaotic brawl. Sorry, not brawl, bar, coffee shop. And out to what you expected to be the street, but you find yourself running out from between two trees that have grown together to make an archway, and you stumble forward down this sort of worn dirt path in this wood that is covered with snow. I mean, there's no snow on this path, though. It seems like there's been some traffic here, but everything is kind of, it's just this sort of shimmering white forest scape. But despite this, you can still hear the sounds of some sort of distant birds and animals. And when you look up, you see that the sky is kind of this deep violet with some streaks of very like sapphire blue. And there's some, you don't see a sun, but there are enough like spots of various stars to cast a rather quite beautiful light down around you. And then a moment later, Anatori comes out behind you and next to you. Both of you can...
I was going to say, Anatori looks violently ill. And just like collapses to their knees.
What? What's happening?
We're in the hedge. Boundary between worlds.
What?
We're in the space where I normally do most of my traveling. Quicker than an airport, nicer but more murder than an airport.
More murder?
Sometimes, yes. And we have another problem.
What's that?
I can't get us out of here.
When you say you can't get us out.
I need power. I'm out of power.
How do you get power?
I could eat a fruit. I could harvest it off of you.
What?
It's a way. But the other issue is we need to find the door. The right door.
Wait. Okay, hold on. So you can pull power off of a fruit or me, and we entered a hallway, but it's a hallway that has multiple other pathways, and you don't even know which door we have to go to or where the door is.
No, I know the door. I know what it looks like. I know where it is. The issue is getting there.
Why is getting there an issue?
Well, from looking around, it looks like we are in the Winterlands, I would assume. The door, if I'm remembering correctly, is in the Autumnlands.
We have to go to a whole other damn season?
Yes. It is the spiderweb doorway.
What the hell you mean it's the spiderweb doorway? I just wanted a date. Should have stayed with the dog. Decided to go be Shaggy without Scooby, and I was stupid.
Trust me, it's quicker than you'd think, but let's just say that both the winter and the autumn are kind of looking for me right now.
The seasons are looking for you?
The courts, not the seasons.
What courts?
Let me give you the long and short of it.
You know what? You know what? Don't even tell me. If we talk about it, we can talk about it another time. Right now, when you say harvest from me,
I'm not cutting you open or anything. It's literally just I kind of take a bit of the emotions that you're feeling.
Take them. Take them all.
As he says that, though, Anatori, you catch a scent on the wind. It smells sweet. It smells good. It smells fresh and ripe, and you're kind of drawn to it. And you can tell that is drifting down this path. And you can see down in the distance this almost looks like a domed hut with snow over it. There's a doorway in front and a chimney sticking out top with some smoke rising. And then there's a window on this wooden door and lights coming out from inside.
We need to leave now.
Yeah.
There are lights over there. We need to leave now.
Okay, whatever. Just harvest. I take it. I don't. Okay.
Run. And Anatori starts booking it down away from this place, down to where they would know the Autumn Kingdom is.
Yeah, okay. I book it.
But would you know where the Autumn Kingdom is? You
They
haven't.
have hedge sense.
Ah, yes. Let me do a roll for this right now. As you go to run away from the house, you sort of tune into your hedge sense, however it manifests in you, maybe like a twinge or just an inherent knowing. You know that the autumn is in the direction of that house. And that smell is just getting stronger, and it just smells so good, and it smells like just what you need. It smells like
The fruit.
Yes, something roasted and marinated in this delicious fruit that gives you everything that you need to keep going.
Anatori stops and says, don't eat anything here.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder to you.
Sure.
Cover your mouth and let's go. And your nose. And Anatori's going to do their best to kind of just run past the house without getting like distracted by the hunger in their stomach.
So as you get closer to the house, it seems less obtrusive and less like intimidating every step you take, and sort of almost like an aura of relaxation washes over you. And I mean, this might set in on Lucas, but Anatori, you've dealt with things like this before. So even though you can physically feel this, like in your mind, it sort of puts you more on edge. And you get close, and it's not that long until you reach this very humble looking house. The snow on it is glittering, and if you look close enough, it almost looks like there are little flecks of maybe like almost like shaved gems in like dusted over the snow. And the smell is getting more and more intense and overpowering.
Anatori wants to try and power through. Because stopping to eat is like the worst thing you can do in the hedge.
Are you gonna stop by this house, look through it, go past it?
Try and go past it, not even stop.
And Lucas?
I want to go home because I need to have a conversation with my mom.
All right.
It's not even like it's literally like you know what, like she's probably gonna believe this shit too.
Because she had an understanding.
Yeah, and you know what the worst part is? He never told his mom that he can talk to ghosts.
Are you attempting to move like quietly or subtly in any way? This is a question for both of you.
I'm not. Well, I guess I'm really just following Anatori's speed because you're the one that was leading.
Anatori's not trying to move slowly because if they move slowly, they're going to stop and try and feed, like get food, however they need to.
Well, then as you start walking past this house, you hear a and the door just sort of slowly swings open and more of the scent just wafts out. And you can smell it now too, Lucas. It doesn't really have that same draw on you as it does for Anatori, but it does smell pretty darn good. And if you take a moment to glance inside, you see a table all set with like a large serving dish with this roasted something, and then these just half like cooked fruits marinating this meat, and some more fruits like of different shapes and sizes like all around it in a ring. And you can see behind it in the far back a fire burning like and crackling in a fireplace, but it's sort of almost white, silverish, shimmering fire with like little sparks that fly out and then burst and rain down in like a subtle shower, almost like little fireworks.
I'm gonna hit Anatori on the shoulder and say, "You put me in a friggin' Hansel and Gretel storybook."
I think this is a breaking point for Anatori.
Yeah.
Because this is a choice between satiating hunger and possibly their own freedom.
Well, do your roll.
I don't remember what breaking point rolls are.
See, I'm pretty sure. Resolve composure. Yeah. Resolve.
Oh, cool. That's
fun because guess what, everyone?
Don't say that.
No.
Since I'm starving, I get a -1 to both.
Oh, welcome to Steph's world now.
Yeah. I also think the immediate temptation, like being so overwhelming, might also give you 1 off as well.
So -3.
Yes.
Jesus.
Cool.
Yep. Welcome to my rules. Yep.
0 successes. Nice.
Yes, this pull is so very overwhelming, and you just find yourself moving towards this food despite everything, all the fears built up in your mind and all the just smarts and knowledge that you've developed over these past 60 to 85 years with like moving between the hedge and Arcadia, and you find yourself stepping past the threshold onto a fairly cozy, pleasant welcome mat.
Can I yell at Anatori?
Oh, what do you yell?
Are you gonna let me down too? Really?
Wow.
I mean, I feel that.
Does Lucas need to roll a breaking point?
Yeah, sure. Why not? He's pissed. He's pissed. He's mad.
It's a lot.
He's lost in a strange land that he was just told was extremely dangerous right after being betrayed.
Everybody sucks. That's where he's at. Composure and resolve?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Welcome.
Okay.
I kind of want to punch them.
I mean, you can go to punch them if you want.
Nah, because you know what? Nah.
So are you staying outside?
Yep.
I would like to do something. After hearing Lucas scream, "Are you going to let me down too?" I think Anatori sees flashes of the group. Flashes of their dad, of their mom, of like everything, the family that they left behind.
Oh no.
And I think Anatori almost comes out of that state knowing that this is going to hurt them. They step back out of the cottage, knowing that their body is going to suffer for starving.
It's almost painful to step back. You can almost feel like pins all over your skin as you try to wrench yourself away from this delicious meal just laid out almost for you, it seems. And out of this cozy, this warm, this welcoming little hut. But you're able to force yourself back. The second step isn't quite as hard, but it's still a bit painful. And as you step back, the door just slowly closes. And behind you, you can hear, "That was pretty well done." And before you can turn around, this is where we're ending our game for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and catching tonight's episode of Seattle by Streetlight, our Chronicles of Darkness actual play that has spilled over into Promethean and Changeling and Werewolf and Vampire and all these things, and little dash of Hunter too. And it's been great. First, we'll kick it off with going around to our cast members so they can tell you who they are and where to find them, starting out in reverse order with McLokin. Tell us who you are, where we can see you.
Hello, my name's McLokin. You can see me here every Monday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you also can see me on the Cobalt Press. I don't believe we have an episode tomorrow, same time, twitch.tv/Cobalt Press. You can go listen to the new podcast that I'm a part of that was released, Dark Fortunes. If you guys have Apple Podcast or Spotify or Anchor FM, you guys can find out where you can listen to that. Other than that, this is a heavy episode. Like the week before was a heavy episode. This was a heavy episode. I'm emotionally tired right now.
Sorry. I meant to put a break in here at some point.
I love it. There's a lot going on, and that especially the whole interrogation scene of I assume is now a werewolf. That was great, and now we have to, after all this is over, have to go in front of a tribunal, I imagine, and have a discussion of where we're at with them. I'm super excited to see where this is going to go. I hope Carol's still alive. Me as a player is not fucking hopeful of that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's me. Follow me at my Twitter at McLoken. Yeah.
Next up is Sean Nakazawa.
Hey, oh god, yeah. We are like a person in like a raid that just goes in and just pulls everything. I feel like we're just pulling everything that is magical, and just like we don't care about the consequences at this moment.
Just Leroy Jenkinsing it through this mystery.
It's like werewolf, hey vampire, hey fake creatures. Guess what? We don't know what we're doing. We're just gonna walk through your area. Hope you don't mind us. Don't kill us, please.
Hello, evil goose. Do you have time for an interview?
I don't even know what that is. But yeah, oh god, this was good. Yeah, I'm Shauna Flying Cirrus on Twitter, where I do art and all the games that I play, including just announced today, North Sea's Epilogue Viking campaign on Low Red Dot's channel starting next week.
I'm on that too.
Hey.
Yeah, and Shauna did the art for the character busts, which you can see on the overlay right now. She's just very good art and is honestly one of my favorites for art for campaigns.
Oh, thanks. And you can catch me also probably next time on Encounter Roleplay on the Crownlands and Song of Ice Fire game, which was a hell of a thing. I came in just like hyped up because we just had a mass poisoning in our campaign and some of the PCs didn't make it. It's wild. It was a wild thing.
So, Russ, Anatori, how you doing?
I'm feeling spicy. Hi, I'm Russ Wild at Russ Wildest on Twitter. You can find me here on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find me on Saturdays on the Welcome to the Party channel playing Neverland 5e at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And starting this week, you can find me on every other Wednesdays on the Prism Pals podcast. This week we are releasing our Season 1 recap, and then in 2 weeks we will be releasing Episode 1 of Season 2.
Gabe.
Hi, I'm Gabe James Games. Twitch, Twitter, pretty much anywhere else on the internet. Good Lord, what's happening to my boy? Is he actually the normal one now? And every time he follows someone, he ends up somewhere, maybe not worse, but just as bad. Just as bad.
Getting the tour.
Went on a date, trying to kill you. Following Anatori, we might be in hell. I'm like, what? I just...
Hell's next season.
Gabe, you can date now. There's the option to date werewolves now.
I don't want to date nobody. Everybody got to get the steak and not the fun one.
Are you sure? Karma's pretty fun.
This is gonna. That's true. Karma's dope. Karma's the good one. Everyone. This is what turns him into a hunter, but it's gonna turn him into the worst kind of hunter.
Nice.
All of you did this. But other than that, I'm great.
And lastly, but certainly not least, our sad Promethean boy who got the least amount of screen time this episode, Simon.
Hello, it me, Simon. Okay, I'm not muted. I'm Simon at wandering_DM on Twitter, wandering DM on Twitch. You can find me here every Monday playing in Seattle by Streetlight. You can also find me on my channel on Tuesdays for Dark Matter. Actually, Dark Matter ends in 2 weeks. Tomorrow is our penultimate episode. We are launching another show on Tuesdays. We've announced it earlier today, The Witcher Legacy. So we'll have other announcements coming up for that. And then on Wednesday, you can catch Strendager House, a talk show / cartomancy reading show for your OCs. If you're interested, we have slots open for guest appearances in March. That said, on Thursdays, we play Masks. And then on Friday, we play Cyberpunk. On Saturday, we play Vampire the Masquerade. And speaking of all things Hunter, like Gabe mentioned earlier, the Hunter 2nd edition Kickstarter is live, and Onyx Path would like us to let you know that they've achieved their goal, and we're now unlocking a bunch of new stretch goals, the next one of which is a new chapter for Compacts, an expanded chapter on the groups that your mid-level, your mid-tier hunters can be part of.
And as always, I'm your storyteller, the person that tortures these poor innocent souls every week, Kika, on Twitter at KikaVO. But mostly you can find me here next week and the week after for our penultimate and finale episodes of Seattle by Streetlight. Stay safe, good night, and stay in the light.